border security measures that have been implemented with all the funding with Border Patrol and Homeland Security. Border infrastructure, we've just gone through this process where we went from, I believe, a 9-lane southbound port of entry to a 3. That affects, and how all of this affects our ability to provide services to our residents. So I think those are going to be the topics I want to touch on. If anyone has any ideas or something they'd like to see highlight, suggestions are more than welcome. I have one other item. Just wanted to share with the public, there's this year the 10th Annual Economic Development Summit is being hosted in the city of Calexico. It'll be next Friday, March 13th at the Calexico Parish Hall there at the San Juan Diego Parish Hall. It starts at 7:15 in the morning to 2, so it's Thursday, the 12th, March 12th. Thursday, March 12th. So I believe we'll be there. That's it for me. One more, sorry. The council has been briefed on a project that a group has, it's very interesting how it relates to the New River. They have a couple of projects along that New River path. The last time we met, I know they met with council members after, I suggested that they give us a prospectus on their project so that we can review what it is, and that they provide 7 copies of that prospectus so that we can hand it over to the Finance Commission that we set up so that they can review some of these items and give us some recommendations whether or not they see each particular project viable or not. And then we'll be sharing it with the community or something of that nature. I think maybe council have other input on that project. It seemed very interesting, but we just need to make sure it's viable, and it doesn't cost us anything. I'll start again on my right here.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'd like to thank Chief Nujar and your staff, Lieutenant Dargo, SRO Jimenez, and SRO Sanchez for the mediation meeting that we had with a lot of the youth of Calexico and the parents that were here to learn about the negative aspects of skipping school and the crime rates and how it's all related. So that was, my hats off to you for making that happen. I'd also like to bring up the attention on our swelling graffiti problem that I keep seeing in and around the city. Another issue that I don't know if we addressed is the sticker graffiti. Many of our kids are now putting postal stickers on traffic signs, etc. And it's another way of defacing public property. And I just want to make sure if that is in any ordinance or if that could be enforced. So something for you to think about. For Mr. Fenley, if he's here, I know that I've cruised around, but I've got also some concerned citizens telling me about some abatement or some alleyways that are being blocked in certain parts of our city. People, residents in and around the east part, southeast part of Calexico have taken it upon themselves to include the alley as their own backyard. I'm not exactly sure where, but I got an earful by some concerned citizens that live in that part of town. So if you could look into that, that would be something that we could look at, as well as the dumping of debris in those areas. Also, getting back to Mr. Casillas, I know about job security because it hit me right in the heart. So I'm with you, and I want our employees to feel secure. Okay, and I'm looking at this mission statement, and I'm not sure if that's what we want to call it. I think this is a type of vision statement, but we don't have a vision statement. And I hope that at our goals and objectives meeting, that we have a vision statement that explains our purpose. And we have a mission statement that explains our purpose and our objectives. Because those two are two totally different things. This one behind me is outdated. A mission statement, a vision statement has to be a living, breathing statement that can be changed and evolved and developed over time. So I think this one needs to to go under some major reconstruction or renovation, if you will. I'd also like to see if we can have a budget plan. I know Mayor Pro Tem Cruzan talked about a 5-year, 10-year budget plan that we're going to be needing to look at to share with the citizenry of Calexico. With regard to that, I hope Ms. Hashem can possibly, at our next meeting sometime in the future, see if there can be a plan so that we don't fall into these traps or these situations where we're out of money, etc. And this budget crisis. And finally, the sales tax enforcement. I'm not sure who to address that to, but I'd like to see that we look at, maybe Mr. Velez, how we can enforce our sales tax revenue by looking at some of our merchants downtown, our merchants in and around the city, to see if we can work with the State Board of Equalization. And it's good to be here. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Bueno. I also have a few comments. I just want to mention that we did have a good meeting in a closed session in regards to the groups, some of the groups that were mentioned here in comments, and we are about to get into agreement. And tomorrow at 9:30 you'll have the meeting, so let's not jump the gun here, and let's wait for that meeting to make sure that everybody is being heard. So let's hope that we can continue to work to have those agreement and MOUs with the association as smooth as possible. Believe me, it's a lot of hours that staff is putting together, as city attorney, city manager, and ourselves, and we don't want to waste any time. If this can be done as smooth as possible. Housing element, I have some concern on the housing element. And I'd like to have a workshop with a consultant that is currently handling the situation with the housing element, where the City of Calexico has received a letter on October 24th showing that the City of Calexico in deficiencies in compliance, and they're asking to review and adopt the housing element. I'd like to have a workshop as soon as possible and emphasize on the public participation. It's one of the items that the state wrote that they want to have a public participation. So let's get together with the planning commissioners and ourselves in a joint meeting and the public participants. In order to get as much as public input, I would suggest for Bob to put in the water bill a comment inviting the citizen to this workshop. Thank you. I think I have one more comment here. I want to also thank you, Jennifer Ryan, because I know she had to put up with a lot of my emails and communication. And then Jennifer, thank you for your work that you're doing. And I wish that other city employees have done a great job as Jennifer. Basically, that's all the comments that I have so far. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Zahn. I forgot one last one, Ralph. We can put that on the next agenda. I'd like to my appointment to the police commission. I'm removing and then reappointing somebody else. So if you can do that for me for next agenda.
Good evening. In regards to the article that I have read in the Calexico Chronicle, I really don't know how the condition was in that event that took place at Alex Rodriguez Field for that inauguration. The Calexico Little League, I heard that there's some problems with some situation with the bathrooms, with some water issues. I'm really concerned about those recreations departments. I like to know that is kind of hard for us to be everywhere. But I want to let you know that you can call to the city clerk and ask her for the cell phone numbers of any of city council